So, bam, that part three of the story, man, and how the Great Migration and slavery wasn't really over, and a lot of blacks had to run from where they was at. Them people was under control. They wasn't able to just hop on trains and go. Man, listen, they had to figure things out, how to get to California. So y'all migrating back to that is just, it's interesting to me, man. Like, y'all make it seem like it's good for blacks, but now you see Houston's with big populations like Atlanta and Houston got the biggest crime problems with black, the biggest uh, AIDS problems, the biggest STD problems, the biggest gang problems, man. And it's ridiculous out there. You can be successful, but you still gotta live in the hood out there. I swear they not telling you them niggas all who moved down south got roaches in them big ass houses. But let me get back to the story of my grandfather though. See, back they don't tell you. Just recently they just came under protections and started protecting the alligators in Texas and Florida. Kind of the reason why you see these gator attacks on the rise, eating puppies and humans and clashes and stuff. If you out there, lived out there, you go by a creek or a lake, it's gonna say, be careful for the alligators. They, just like they extinct the Indians, man, the white people made the alligators extinct too. So they had to put them under protection and bring them back. I say that to say, back in the early 1900s, bam, you gotta turn around and still big ass 20-foot, 15-foot gators and shit that'll tear your ass up. And what they do is they live through the seasons, and when it gets colder, they go underground, dig these little holes out underground. So what my grandfather had to do, he was a great outdoorsman. That's where I think I get it from. I used to watch him. He had this. End of the story is my grandpa's rich and owns real estate apartments. He built himself and everything. So on his property, he used to catch a lot of game that he used to eat. And he got that from living out in those fields trying to survive for himself, because it was bad for young black men back then. So anyway, back to the story. He know he got to kill this gator. So when they run, when the water comes up in the seasons, right, they can hide there, right? So bam, the season comes, they done killed the gator, got rid of it, hunted it, big ass gator, get him out the way. So now they got his little house to live in. So bam, they turn around, run from the little plantation they was working on. They try to send the dogs after him. And my dad and my grandpa and his friend had to jump in the water and sit in the water underneath the ground, but where there's a little hole at where alligators like to make their little sleeping lairs and stuff. And they had to sit there and chill. They could hear the dogs, because you got to remember, these people got like 20 dogs. They could smell a nigga. You feel me? A lot of them dogs they had was hunting dogs and hunting niggas. A lot of these people, white boys around here, made a lot of pretty penny. How come hunt a nigga down? And it was like, hey man, I see a nigga in your neighborhood. The same shit they killed Trayvon and get on his ass. This ingrained in them. See, so they was trying to hunt down my grandpa, bring him back, kill him if you tried to run. They wasn't going to let you run and say, hey, these people got us over here. They're not paying us. They was really capturing black men, making them work for free or under fake debt to keep them there. That kept you there for years and ruined your life and ruined your family. And man, very sad story for the men that didn't make it out, the women that didn't make it out. To make a long story short, my grandpa makes it to California. He runs. He has to hide in that thing, man. They was going to kill him. And that's the main point of this story and how it was brought to me. Do you know what your people had to do if you a black man? Don't let these baby mamas and these haters and these streets and these systems tell you you ain't shit. Man, we done been through some shit to get here to this day. And it is important you